People get so focused on how people dislike them. Um, but the truth of it, y'all, is that the real dislike isn't just the external. Like, that is not the root source. Your real ops are the people probably that don't like themselves the most. It's facts. Because that kind of dislike of yourself is what feeds, the sabotage of others, right? Because they see what you got going on, they see who you are, and it triggers their own dislike of themselves. And even if they don't, or not intentional enough, or not aware enough to understand why they're getting triggered, why they feel the way that they do, the jealousy, the envy, the betrayal, whatever it is, that will trigger in them to sabotage. That will trigger in them to not only sabotage, but to try to distort your image, right? Your illumination. Especially if you are like beaming as the light, to talk bad about you, to not like you, to try to smear you to other people, so that it takes the focus off of them and what they are and what they're not doing. And you could not be doing anything, but keep in mind, you could just be yourself, just in the space, just in the family or professional work environment. You could be doing nothing. It's just the fact that you're there, you're reminding them of what they're not, you're reminding them of what they want to be, you're reminding them of what they have to work to be that they probably don't want to put in the work to do. So all the way around, they're just annoyed by your simple presence. But this is the real kicker. That kind of inner dislike will really push someone to attack you. Like, real talk, y'all. And that's probably been behind the majority of the attacks that I have had. It's been because I carry myself in a certain kind of way, with integrity, with honesty, with kindness. But at the same time, so I have a softness, but I have a sternness as well, especially when it comes to protecting people from distortion and dishonesty and lack of compassion. And that makes me a big target for people who really don't like themselves. Like, they say they don't like me, but the reality is they don't really like themselves, or they don't want to do the work to become the person that they like. And that attack, it can be very fierce, y'all. People really can try to take you out because they simply don't like who you are, because it is not who they are. And they probably want to secretly be like you and probably watch all your stuff. If you're an influencer, they watch your content. Or if you're a leader, they watch your style, and they're always competing with you. But I say all the time to people, like, don't, like, when you work for the Most High God, like, you don't compete. You just be yourself. There is no hierarchy. Like, your race is with yourself. And like, if you're really grounded in walking in spirit, you know that. Like, your journey is your journey. There really is no competition. Like, when you get a setback, it's a setback in your leg. Like, it's a setback on your path. It's a setback on, like, the different versions of you, not necessarily with like other people. But when people don't really like themselves, they try to externally focus on everybody and everything around them to compete with. They will do everything but look at themselves and be truthful with themselves and hold themselves accountable, so that they can see the loops, so that they can see the distortion, so that they can see the illusion, so they can hold themselves accountable. And as a result, they focus externally on everything. They gossip about other people. They, commence in activities to make other people's lives a living, not fun place to be. They they get other people to do it for them. You know what I mean? Or they intentionally cause harm to those individuals. Like, if you have ever wondered, like, what, like, you were really clueless, like, what did I do to deserve this? I don't know why these people don't like me. Like, yeah, this message is definitely for you, y'all, because unfortunately, I am on the other side of this topic more than I like, and like, it's crazy because, like, I will come with the, like, kindest intentions to certain people and just be myself, not even understand that there has been a whole narrative about me to people, including my own family. Like, where I'm like, what? Like, I can feel it, y'all. Like, I'm extremely empathic and intuitive. And, like, it's like, I don't want to say it's curt, but like, it sometimes can be really upsetting when you can hear people's thoughts or you can read their energy. They don't have to say a word. Y'all, I pick up what people are thinking and their thoughts, and I can either read their body or I pick up on their energy like trail, or I'll hear their thoughts themselves. And like, it's wild, like the things and like a lot of times it's just like other people who dislike me because of all the reasons that I just mentioned, that have then went and told people that were close to me or other people who knew me but didn't know me about me, all of these things. And so I just, what I want you to know today, if you do one thing, because we always are making these messages about how is this applicable to me right now, not just something to discuss, like, what can I do right now? What you can do right now is to cut it. Like, cut the crap. Like, so if someone is projecting on you, for example, because people love to do that. People who don't like, even they can act like they like you, but when they secretly not like you, they'll like project on you to you, or they'll try to put you down, right? Like, they might make it like they're really looking out for your best interest, but then they'll put you down at the same time, like chop you down at your knees. Especially like when you're at your most vulnerable. I want you to stand up for yourself. I want you to respectfully call out the distortion, call out the projection. So if, like, for example, when I just said someone is offering like they're giving you advice, whether it's at work or home, your family, and but at the same time it's really just like putting you down so that they can seem more elevated than you, I want you to respectfully correct them. Be like, that's not true. That's your projection. I'm not taking on what you're saying about me. I'm not going to take on, this distortion, this distorted view of me and what I'm doing, because that's how you feel really about yourself, or you feel insufficient about yourself as compared to me, and that's why you feel that you have to one up me and say this. I want you to correct it. I want you to stand up for yourself. Don't let that stuff go. And even if no one else will know, you know, and you won't absorb and you won't take on that negative energy and you won't adopt it as a part of your self identity. You understand? Because really, at the end of the day, that person really can care less about how you're doing or feeling if they really don't like themselves. If they don't have the capacity to love themselves properly, and it's very much demonstrated through their mindset, through their actions, why do you think that they're going to have the capacity to love you the same? And I'm speaking to the choir. Y'all, I've like doing a lot of self-healing, a lot of self-reflection. I know firsthand what this is like to want to love and be with people who really don't love you because they don't love themselves. And so that's the red flag, right? What are the things that you need to watch for? Watch how they treat themselves. Not in what they're saying, but in who they're being and how they're showing up. And then watch how they treat their kids and how their kids are too. Watch how other people regard them. Like, I'm not saying go off of what everybody else is saying, but just pay attention and don't allow other people to impact your perception and view of yourself. And definitely don't let them control you. And by that, it could be not just necessarily your actions and that they can control you, but your emotions, your crashing out, your anger. If they make you cry, if they make you fearful, if they make you anxious, do not let other people who do not like themselves impact your world. I hope this is helpful. I hope it resonates. Peace.